Nigeria is in the dark, not metaphorically, literally. And today, March 12, 2026, the situation just got a whole lot more serious. Gas suppliers have officially cut off fuel supply to thermal power plants across the country. And the reason is a debt so enormous, it is almost hard to say out loud. 3.3 trillion naira. That is what power generation companies owe the people who supply the gas that keeps the lights on. And those gas suppliers have had enough. Think about what that means for a second. More than 70% of the electricity that comes into Nigerian homes comes from gas-fired thermal plants. No gas, no power. It is that simple. And right now, those plants are running on fumes, literally. The Nigerian Independent System Operator confirmed that these thermal plants need roughly 1,629 million standard cubic feet of gas every single day to function properly. As of late February 2026, they were receiving less than 692 million. That is not even half. That is 43% of what is needed, and it is shrinking. Dr. Joy Ogaji, the Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Power Generation Companies, came out on Fresh FM and told Nigerians exactly what is happening without flinching. She said the darkness Nigerians are experiencing is 120% caused by debt. The total debt sitting across the entire power value chain right now is 6.8 trillion naira as of February 2026. By the time March ends, it will cross 7 trillion. 200 billion naira is being allayed to that debt every single month because the Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading Company, the government body that is supposed to buy power from generation companies and pay them, has never once made a complete payment since the sector was privatized in 2013. Not once in over a decade. So generation companies could not pay gas suppliers, and gas suppliers, after years of patience, are now saying no money, no gas. You want fuel in the pipe? Put cash down first. The result is playing out on the streets today. Right now, this morning, young Nigerians marched through the Fadei area of Lagos chanting, "We are not asking for too much, give us light." They carried placards that read, "No light, no life, no nation," and "You are destroying and killing so many businesses." These are not just protesters. These are traders who cannot keep their goods cold. These are students who cannot study at night. These are mothers trying to cook for their children in complete darkness. These are Nigerians who remember that President Tinubu stood before this country and said, his exact words, "By all means necessary, you must have electricity. And if I don't keep that promise and I come back for a second term, don't vote for me." The grid has collapsed twice in January 2026 alone. It collapsed 12 times in 2025, and today, people are on the streets. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, responded today by telling Nigerians to be patient, saying the president has wonderful plans. Whether that lands well with a country that has been waiting since 2013 is a conversation for the comment section. On March 6, President Tinubu had inaugurated an 11-member committee to set up something called GAMCO, the Grid Asset Management Company, aimed at fixing structural problems in the power sector. Whether a new committee solves a 7 trillion naira debt crisis is the question every Nigerian is asking right now. If you have been watching and finding this breakdown useful, please take 2 seconds right now, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It genuinely helps us keep breaking down stories like this that affect every single one of us. Here's the deeper pain point that Dr. Ogaji explained. Nigeria has an installed capacity of about 13,000 to 15,500 megawatts. The country's actual demand is estimated at over 20,000 megawatts. Yet right now, the national grid is dispatching roughly 3,940 megawatts. For 200 million people, that gap is not just a power problem, it is an economic problem, a health problem, a future problem. Businesses are spending billions on diesel, hospitals are stretching thin, cold chains for food and medicine are breaking down. And at the rate this debt is growing, 200 billion naira every month, without a real urgent intervention, this crisis will not just continue, it will deepen. There's one potential relief on the horizon. The Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline, a massive $2.8 billion infrastructure project, is expected to begin operations in July 2026, which could open up gas supply to central and northern Nigeria. But between today and July, Nigerians will be navigating some of the darkest months the power sector has seen in years. And the real question that nobody in government seems to have a clean answer for is this: who exactly is going to pay this 7 trillion naira debt and when? That is what we want to hear from you today. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the government will fix this before it completely collapses? Has your business been affected? Have you had light in the last 48 hours? Tell us where you are watching from and what the situation looks like in your area, because your experience is part of this story too.